Hello lovelies, it's time for one of our favorite videos of the month. It is the best sellers that you have been loving and buying and what rose to the top from my recommendations. I personally loved and worn these pieces so much myself, but it's so fun to go back and see what you've really been gravitating towards. And let me tell you, you have phenomenal taste because all of these are some that I was like, yep, love this too. So congratulations for being super chic and taking time for yourself to be intentional about your outfits and choosing pieces that make you feel beautiful, because if you do that, you really can do anything. I'm a firm believer of that. And if you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I'm here to help you figure out what to wear and how to wear it so that at the end of the day, you can approach getting dressed with a renewed confidence. So make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you see something you love, there's 4 ways to shop in the description below, in a pinned comment, YouTube shopping here right below on the screen, and then a QR code in case you're watching this on your television, which is super fun. I have yet to do that. Let me know if you're one of those television watchers. The first bestseller was no surprise because I personally am obsessed with this shirt. It's the PIERRO top by Sandal-on. That is a nice gauzy fabric, a little bit sheer, but not so much that it's revealing. It's just really nice and airy. It's constructed from cotton and silk, so what ends up resulting is a very magical, soft fabric that you will reach for time and time again. It sits right around $100, so it's a really great price. You really get the ROI dressing with this piece, what I call return on investment pieces that you can just feel good about spending money because you know that you're gonna get your money's worth. I have them in 3 different colorways and they always have different kind of like seasonal patterns that you can choose from. I have a polka dot, a blue and white, and my sister almost stole, but I snatched it from her. And then also a zebra print that was a little bit controversial on my last Sandal-on video. Make sure to head there after this for more amazing Sandal-on finds. It was controversial because it's just a loud print, but sometimes you have to have a little fun, you know, like you kind of have to throw people off. And because I was called zebra all through elementary school, I kind of have a tenderness towards zebras in zebra print. Number 2 is another Sandal-on piece, which are the high ELSA sandals. It's just because these are so comfortable. A quick note about the sizing, which I heard in the comments that I kind of confused the situation a little bit, and I didn't mean to do that. To make it very simple, I'm a size 6. For Sandal-on shoes to fit me, I need to get a 35. However, in other European sizing, I do a 36 and that's what fits me. But in Sandal-on, it's 35. So do with that information what you'd like. I'll put all of my sizing below so that you can see exactly what I got. These shoes are the anti-trend. So if you are one of those people that just gets a little bit like antsy with trends and don't want to deal, then these are the perfect classic shoes because they're never going to go out of style. They have a sling back heel without the kitten heel, which is rare. A lot of times we have that sling back in the back and then there's like that little heel. There's a nice chunky block heel that makes it really comfortable, high gloss, and then a V shape, which is very elongating. So this is why I think this was a huge win. Number 3 from the Amazon video was the Horsebit belt. And these are just belts that I have worn so much. If you are a luxury lover and don't want to spend a lot of money on having everything luxury, but just want to kind of have the look, this is a really great belt that doesn't let you down. A lot of times when you do something that's designer inspired, you end up getting something that's very subpar. And with this, I just haven't had the feeling that like, gosh, I should really get like the real thing. I am very happy with this Amazon version, which is rare for me because usually I just like to go for the actual thing. But this is such a great value for what it is. I have them in all the colors and I've had a few of the colors for many years. Number 4 are the cooling slip shorts that are shapewear and also breathable. So if you want to wear a little bit of support underneath your slip skirts or even white trousers, linen pants, and you don't want to also deal with like being suctioned into like a very hot shapewear situation, this cooling shorts is really great and I'm glad that you've been loving it too. They have them in several different lengths, so you can go for the briefs, you can go a little bit shorter like a boy short, mid-thigh, all the way down if you wish, and they have them in several colors as well. Moving on, number 5 from my huge summer haul was this set by QUINCE. It's green, it's flowy, and it looks so much more expensive expensive than it is. It's wrinkle resistant, so you can kind of just like stuff it in your suitcase and like appear at dinner looking fabulous without, you know, just like steaming away while everybody is having fun. Nobody wants to like iron and steam things in the summer. Like I never do, but because it's my job, like I feel like half of what I do is like steam my clothes. Like it just, when I can find things that I don't need to steam, it just feels like such a win because there's so much better things to do with our time. Right? The other set by QUINCE that you loved, I'm just gonna call it this a set because I showed it to you together, is this white crossover tank that just looks super elegant, very affordable, and I have a discount code, and then these white trousers that are just chef's kiss. I'm super picky with my white trousers. I have so many like things running through my mind that I don't want to happen with them, like the pockets showing through, the pleats going outward versus inward, having the right cut in terms of the hip to thigh to ankle ratio. Like I don't like them to be too tapered. I don't like to be too wide leg. These are just perfect for Goldilocks me when it comes to white trousers. Speaking of white trousers, let's talk about white jeans, because white denim, we know, is now a staple year round. Now, you know how before it was like a summer thing, spring, you bring it out after Memorial Day? No longer, white jeans are here to stay year round. And I love that. It's a great way to brighten everything up in the darker days that I don't even want to think about. I don't want to think about them. But these are great because they have a slight flare leg and they are so flattering. These do not have pockets. I will caveat that. But the beauty about them having no pockets right here on the side, they do have them in the back, is that you don't deal with that conundrum of having the white pockets peek through and then everyone's kind of looking at your pockets. Or let me know if it's just me, but I just cannot stand that. So if I can have a pair of jeans that doesn't do that, I will grab it. And these are just really flattering. I love the Nolly Shop denim. It's really flattering and it holds you in without being too stiff. Number 9 is this BAKTA skirt by CELINDA. There was a lot of CELINDA winners this month, let me tell you. And what this tells me about you, what the crystal ball tells me about you loving this skirt, is that you like a little romance in your life, a little drama, which I think is great to have in your clothes versus in your life, right? Nobody needs drama in their life, but in their clothes, it's kind of good to just play around with it a little bit, add volume. It's a really great way to add a little bit of dressiness to basics like a tank top or a t-shirt, flip-flops, sneakers. So this shirt is amazing for that. The other CELINDA piece that I'll pair with that is another beautiful piece that also screams romance. It's the eyelet sleeveless top with a gorgeous neck that is an easy way to dress up denim or any very basic bottom. It's kind of the inverse of that skirt. And I'll quickly mention that if you don't want to show your arms, they also have a long sleeve version that also was a runner-up to this top. But because it's seasonal and we don't want to necessarily wear sleeves in the summer, unless you're me, I'm always cold. So like I can just wear, you know, shirts like this and blazers and things in the summer. But this runner-up shirt was really popular as well. And it's beautiful and I wear my clothes shirt year round. Number 11, we have a pair of shoes that we covered in the Shoe Trends video. This is like where we're seeing a lot of accordion or, you know, just like a lot of cage sandals. The pair that was a bestseller was by Inez. I have a discount code 15% off site-wide for any pair of shoes that your heart desires. And Inez are one of my favorite pairs of shoes. I love classics that look really relevant, so that kind of take pieces that are a little bit trendier, but I never look at my Inez pair of shoes and think, wow, like that was so trendy, even though they do pick elements that feel very current. This shoe is beautiful and I don't have it, but I did show it to you in that video and I'm glad that you picked it up. They have such amazing quality. Now the other shoe that you loved, this is really funny, was from the Amazon video, Gucci inspired Horsebit sandal. I have them in a navy and I have worn them so much. I recently wore them with this beautiful Ralph Lauren dress. It's a navy dress and then I wore the navy sandals and, you know, it's kind of confused people. Like I have a nice designer dress with Amazon sandals and I like to do a lot of that high-low dressing because, I don't know, it's fun. You don't need to make everything like super expensive. You have to like choose what it is that you want to, where you want to spend your money, right? And ironically, the other bestseller was the actual Gucci Horsebit sandal. So half of you loved the Amazon one, half of you loved the actual Gucci one, and more power to you. I love seeing this because it just shows that we have a certain line and elegant style that we're gravitating towards, and you're choosing where you want to spend your money. Some of you want to maybe not do it on the sandals and do it somewhere else, and some of you do want to do it on the sandals. So let me know if you picked out either pair, and also if you'd love to see more Amazon videos, which I don't do a lot of, but I do have my favorites that I find like they're kind of diamonds in the rough that I'm like, yes, I need to share this. Number 14, we have a similar situation where this Hobo bag from Maison de Sabre was a bestseller. It's I have it in the beautiful brown color that is so great for summer because it's a lighter kind of cognac brown, and I paired it with some orange accessories that look very Hermes coated. But then on the other hand, we also had this hand woven Hobo bag by Quince that I actually don't have, but I share it often because it's very similar to this bag. So it kind of gives the same silhouette and the same kind of size. So you kind of get to pick from either of them. And it was a similar situation where lots of you loved the Maison de Sabre and lots of you loved the Quince one. Number 15 is this gorgeous polka dot dress by Anthropologie that I believe I called my Monaco moment dress, like if I was gonna take off and go there. And then I also had my Paris one, which I don't know if I saw a lot of you loving that one, but the Monaco one was a halter top that looks so elegant, very curve hugging. And then the Paris one was more of like a drop waist with a dramatic scarf. So let me know which one of them you like. This is such a classic dress for summer. And of course, polka dots are quintessential during like the nautical days ahead. The next two dresses were literally head to head. One of them was the very beautiful printed maxi dress by Zazan that's super airy and just voluminous, and it just feels like nothing is touching your body, which is great sometimes where you're just like bloated and hot and just like overstimulated. You don't want like anything, and like this dress is perfect for that. Then we have also this Maeve dress by Nordstrom that is beautiful A-line, kind of like ribbed cage hugging here, adjustable straps. I got it in this lovely soft pink that is kind of off-brand for me. I don't do a ton of pinks or pastels, but I don't know why I love this. And people have given me a lot of compliments. So I don't know if it's the dress or the color or whatever, but I'm glad that you loved it too. But it was kind of like, even on both these, and they're great occasion dresses as well. Pivoting to Quince, a couple items that really rose to the top was the linen shirt, kind of like what I'm wearing here by Ralph Lauren. And if you love Ralph Lauren, because you know that's my favorite designer of all time, I just love anything Ralph Lauren, then you have a treat coming to you because I have a big styling video that I'm planning. So keep your eyes peeled for it. So this, I just love linen button downs. I think they're super versatile, but in any case, I digress. The one that you loved was this one by Quince. I also love too. It's in a French blue, but they have them in so many colors, like anything that your heart desires in terms of colorway, they have, and super affordable. Then we also have, whoa, drum roll. You're not gonna believe this because I know many of you don't like it. The lace trim skirt. And let me tell you, if you got it, I am proud of you because it does take a little bit of a risk to say like, I'm gonna wear a little lace out, you know, and it's gonna feel, you know, just not only very trendy, but also there are a lot of you that are saying, gosh, it looks like, you know, you're wearing a slip. However, the way that you style it can completely transform it into a very gorgeous and super of the moment outfit. So again, proud of you if you got it, and if you didn't, it's not for you. I'm also proud of you for knowing that about you. You know, it's great to have agency over your taste and to be like, look at something and say like, yeah, that's not gonna happen for me. Or to be like, you know what am I gonna lose? What's the worst that can happen, right? So the worst that can happen is, I'll tell you, is that you look at the piece and you're like, you know, 3 years from now, you're like, wow, what was I thinking? And that happens to me sometimes, and it's just like, whatever, you know, it doesn't really impact my life that much. But it was thrilling at the time that I make a choice. The next item were these Vogue pants by the Devil Wears Prada, which is, I think I did 2 videos and they've been kind of trailing along, but I keep seeing this pair of pants selling. It's the Vogue pants, and these are crazy. I found them in this boutique in, I think in Miami, somewhere in South Florida, and I was able to fetch them somewhere on the internet from the same boutique. And it was one of those things where like I went in there and, you know, you're like on vacation and you're just feeling a little reckless. I was like, these Vogue pants are just the thing. And I've actually worn them a lot more than I thought. They're super fun, palazzo, crazy comfortable, and apparently they're popular. So if you want to make a statement and wear Vogue all over your pants, then these are great. And number 20 is the double-breasted linen blazer by Quince. It looks super elegant. I have it in the blue and white and have worn it so much with white denim in particular, but really you can wear it with denim. I mean, whatever it is that you want. They also have it in like a navy and camel and white. So just depending on what your wardrobe is calling for. I'll mention a couple of quick makeup finds that also rose to the top. Number 1 is the lip butter by Summer Fridays that feels so, actually I'm wearing it right now with lip liner that's starting to fade. So yeah, I put the poppy lip butter over my lip liner and it's so hydrating. I love the way it looks. I have it in poppy and have a ton of colors. And the other Summer Fridays find was the exfoliating peels that are just like a nightly Korean skincare find that I took a chance on because I feel like Korean skincare is like so far in the future in terms of advancement. And let me know if you can see any difference. Do I look younger? I'm just kidding. You know, it doesn't look younger are my roots. I have had to cancel 2 different highlighting appointments. So it's not that I've like given up on being blonde or that I don't care. It's just like I have to keep canceling just because I'm still kind of like in the middle of taking care of my mom, and it's just gotten like really busy with that. So I'll share more later when I have more information, but just want to give you a quick update on that. Really busy with that, kind of like haven't had time to do my nails and do basic things like that. But I am trying to show up here as much as possible and be consistent. It's something that I love to do and just feeds my soul and makes me just really content to be able to keep doing this because I've been working on it for so many years, and it's something that I love doing. I love connecting with you and getting to know you and serve you. So I'm super excited to, even if I can't get my roots done or my nails, like that I've been able to keep this up. So thank you for being here. And I also just did a video on 10 under 100 pieces by Nordstrom's that you absolutely need this summer, not, you know, for fall, winter, like what we're probably gonna start getting into later this month, but right now. So I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.